guys know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with.
Yes, the boys. What's going on, lads? Hope everyone's good. Welcome to the 4th installment on the YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to run you through some special supplements I use. Not too special. You can buy them off the shop floor. That says enough. And then we're going to go and hit push. Right, so as many of you may know, I'm a morning trainer. I get up first thing in the morning and I'm off to the gym so I can start my day positively, right? The first thing I do is hydrate. I like to get at least a full shaker of water in me before I even think about going to the gym, all right? Once that's done, I make my intra and my pre-workout. So first of all, I want to big up Supplement Container, Andy Griffiths, and Craig Insley, because they sort me out with my supplements. So my intra will be a Hydromax from Strom, okay? Really good electrolyte powder, got everything you need to fully hydrate. Water alone isn't enough to hydrate you, you need electrolytes too. From there, we use creatine as well. So I'm currently experimenting with 20 grams a day of this. There's more and more research coming out that this creatine, not this particular creatine, but any creatine, crosses the blood-brain barrier and allows you to perform cognitively better. So we'll see, because I feel like a fucking idiot at the minute on this diet. So first of all, we'll go into the intra. So the intra is what I drink while I train. Now this has something called highly branched cyclodextrin in. It also has another scoop of Hydromax and some EAA. All right, this is gonna help keep me training very intensely because I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna go train fasted like I always do. This is just a very, very quick carbohydrate source to help me train as intensely as I need to. Right, and now we'll go into the pre-workout. Now the pre-workout, majority of that is gonna be a pump formula. So I am currently using this Nova Neuro Pump from Innova Farm. I use this and I use their MVP. Now this is the stimulant-free one, but I accompany this with Strom's Focus Max, which has creatine and some nootropics in there as well. So both of those together are going to give me a pump, focus and energy, okay? But I don't stop there. I add in another 10 grams of highly branched cyclodextrin, okay? Now this is a carbohydrate powder. I have 10 grams in my pre, 20 grams in my intra. That is 30 grams of carbs that I account for in my daily intake, all right? So it's not extra, it's accounted for. And to top them both off, I use a tiny little pinch of pink Himalayan salt to further help hydration. Cool, so start off with this Nova Pump. Now this is going in the intra. Now when you're training fasted and you haven't got a lot of carbs in, I find having a pump product so fucking important. Not because it's going to cause any more muscle growth, but because it allows me to actually feel the muscle working. So I'll go for a big scoop of that. Now this does have some nootropics in as well, but it's primarily a pump product. Moving on to the Focus Max, this is going to help me focus, obviously. It's also got some nootropics in there. I think it's got lion's mane and a few other things that are going to help me focus. So they're the two pre-workout products. Then we've got the highly branched cyclodextrin, which I spoke about. This is the carbohydrate powder. Training fasted, again, it just helps me have a little bit more intensity through the workout. So I'll go for 10 grams of this. Cool. And that is just done. Just grab a little bit of, shout out Costco for the fine pink Himalayan salt. A little bit of that in there and we're good to go, brother. We are good to go, brothers. Right, so on the agenda today is we're gonna get to the gym now, drive to the gym, then we're gonna do some warming up and then go through a big juicy push session. Now, I'm fucking very low on food at the minute. This is the lightest body weight I've been in probably about 12 months, probably over 12 months to be honest. So I'm hovering around 195, 196, getting fucking shredded. I think we've got 9 weeks till the RiseUp photo shoot. So that is the goal. Get shredded for that. Lead by example, show the boys what they're capable of. Cool, right, just got to the gym, so we're gonna jump on the treadmill, get some blood flowing around the body. Essential when it's fucking cold to do some warming up. You're coming into the gym and you're getting straight on a flat bench or straight on the dumbbells, you're a fucking idiot. So we're gonna get the heart pumping, get some blood flowing, and then we'll get into the sesh. Gonna be a good one, catch you later. The only problem I have with training first thing in the morning, my stomach goes a bit loose. Take from that what you will, but it can become an issue. I'm going to aim to finish this intra-workout drink probably just before the middle of the session, so it's got a chance to digest, get into my system, and then that'll fuel me then to the end of the session. A lot of the times, especially when you're training fasted, towards that end of the session you start flagging, and if you start flagging and you haven't got that intensity there, that's where you start to lose the tissue. So it's really important for me to be able to fuel the sessions, to train as hard as I fucking need to. So today's session we're obviously training push. Now my shoulders are quite strong, they almost overpower my chest, so there's going to be a little bit more emphasis on chest today rather than shoulders. We're going to start off with, we've got the incline Smith, then we've got a flat side bend, which we've just got a new machine in down there, big up Gym Unity. Then we're going to go into a shoulder press, then a lateral raise, maybe a dip variation, another tricep variation, and then I think we'll be pretty much done. Then we can see the juicy flat pump that I've got. I had Charlie's chicken last night, big up Charlie as well. So hopefully I shouldn't look like a skinny bitch, as C-Bum would say. Untouchable. So I'm going into my first working set of the session now. A lot of people think in a diet you need to do more sets and more reps, but it's actually the fucking opposite. Remember, the primary goal of a diet is to lose fat and retain muscle. You will not be building muscle in a diet phase, and it takes a lot less to maintain muscle than you might think. So if your idea of a diet is going into the gym and doing more sets and more reps, all you're going to do is build up a lot of fatigue, and that is going to hinder your recovery. If you're not recovering from session to session, that means you will be losing muscle. I'm going into this set now. Usually I have 2 sets. Now if I don't progress or max my reps on the first set, I won't do another set, because that means I haven't got the recovery to do that second set, okay? There's no need for me to do it. If anything, it's just going to hinder my next session that comes along. So let's get into it. So there we go, I've got 6 reps. And that is neither a progression or a regression. So I'm not going to do another set here, because like I said, it'll just fuck me up for the rest of this session and my next session. It does feel shit training and just doing 1 set, especially on a movement like this that I enjoy. But I know for long-term progress and what I'm looking to do, doing more than is necessary is like shooting myself in the foot. I'm literally picking muscle up and throwing it in the bin. Right, next exercise, we're going to go in and do a flat side bench press. So again, we're going off the same principle. If I don't progress on the first set, we're not doing another one. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. Usually my ego takes over and I'm like, no, fuck it, I'm doing another set. But now I've actually listened to my body. I've done 1 set there, 1 set here, 1 set there. I still feel really, really good. So let's see. Let's go. There's 1 set done, 1 set on each side. I'm probably going to do 1 more set and then we'll hit triceps and then we're finito. And then we can check how skinny fat I am. When I'm wearing t-shirts now, that's how you know you're getting skinny fat, because you don't look as big anymore. This is how fucked up bodybuilding is, bro. Like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, I don't look too big. But I know I'm a decent size. Like, bear in mind, I've gone from my heaviest like, at the start of the year was 210 pounds, so I'm 14, 15 pounds down in 5 weeks. That's the thing with this game, bro. You're never satisfied. I have people come to me like, oh, I don't want to get too big. I'm like, bro, you won't. I promise you, you won't get too big.
Even if you did, then you still a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't want to get too big. Bro, I promise you now, you won't get, promise you, it doesn't happen by accident, bro. Unless you are like genetically 1% and you just grow like by looking at weights. It's not gonna happen, bro. Let's see what we can get. Same again. 3 sets meant to be, but we might do a myo set. We're gonna do a myo set. So if you don't know what a myo set is, it's a very, very efficient way of getting a lot of volume in just a single set, okay? Because we keep the muscle close to that failure point. So essentially, a myo set is broken down into 1 set plus 3 mini sets. So the first set will be a normal set and I'll go to 1 rep before failure, okay? I'll have 10 seconds break, I'll do a second set, 10 seconds break, third set, 10 seconds break, fourth set, but it's only the 4th set that will go to absolute failure. The other ones will stay 1 rep away from that failure point. If you go to failure, you've already caused too much fatigue to actually get anything out of a myo set, so be really careful when using these. There we go, man. Session's done. So even though I'm dieting, let's just count the amount of sets I did in this session. So we did 1 set on the Smith machine. We did 2 sets on the Cybex, 2 sets on the shoulder press, 1 set on the pec deck. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 with a dip, 8, 9 with a shoulder raise, 10 here. 10 total sets in the session. So just remember that if you're dieting, you don't need to do more, you need to do less. The amount of calories you're gonna burn doing an extra set, if that's the mentality you've got, more sets, more calories burned, you're not thinking about fatigue and recovery, which ultimately is the factor that is going to either retain the muscle or lose the muscle when you're dieting, all right? The goal of a diet is to maintain muscle and lose body fat, so always remember that. Don't be a fucking novice. Or just stay small. If you don't want to listen, just stay small, don't care. Right, let's go see how we're looking in the infamous Gym Unity posing room. Yeah, man, tan is tanning. Still a little bit of fat to come off. Huh? Not bad. Not bad considering I'm flat as fuck. So this week we hit a new low. So I think Wednesday we hit 194.8, which is a low. But this morning I weighed back in a 195.8. So we're hovering around 195, which I'm more than happy with. We've got 9 weeks left till the RiseUp photo shoot. And that will be the best look I've ever bought, which I'm really looking forward to, because then we're going to transition. So I'm using it as almost like a farewell to bodybuilding, because then I'm going to run a 5K in under 20 minutes, which is the goal. So anyway, again, thanks for joining us. This will be the fourth video. The next one we've got coming out, hopefully we're going to have Jack, my other coach, involved, which is going to be exciting. We'll give some perspectives from himself, get to know him a little bit more. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe, like, comment. Even if you don't like the fucking video, show some support. Catch you later.